There's no weird vibrations. It's not loosening up. I mean, you don't buy this thing for the knife. Hey YouTube, Peterbilt Knife Guy. Today we're going to be taking a look at a Mission Made product. It's an Amazon thing. I don't believe Mission Made actually makes it. It's sold under Mission Made, but it's a tactical shovel. And I don't really do tactical shovels on this channel, but we're going to check this one out because it was purchased for me by the kind person who got me this guy. And if you're cool enough to buy me this and want me to test that, you're damn right I'm going to do it. So, yeah. Let's get into this thing. I briefly opened it. I haven't really gone through it. And I'm not sure what it's all about, but when I was told that it is a shovel, I kind of expected it to be bigger. So we have some paperwork right here. So it's got a pick, a shovel, a saw, a blade. What else we got in here? Threaded blade, a whistle. So we got a rape whistle, spear point, and I think there is, yeah, a fire starter too. So let's check this thing out. Get into this. Yeah, it's still wrapped up. I just remember opening it and I was like, that's kind of small for a shovel, but we'll take a look at it. Okay, so that's the shovel head. I don't know what that is. The handle, and nothing else. So it comes with a nice little carrying case. I imagine this would be cool if you had like a quad or something. It looks like it's molly back. Not quite. You could run that through something, but it doesn't like strap through here. But decent little bag, carry it in, I guess, throw it under your seat or in the back of your truck or whatever. Now, I was told to give my honest opinion of this, so he's not looking for me to essentially jerk this company off or anything, or this product. He just kind of wants to know my opinion of it. So my first opinion of this is it is awful tiny, but little shovel come in handy in a lot of places. You don't want to be digging with your knife or whatever else you got. So first off, it's basically just like threaded pipe. Yeah, you can see it's seam welded pipe. You can see the seam right there, and neck down and threaded. Let's just take a look at everything on here real quick. See what we got. So this is a knife saw, and I can tell you right now that saw sucks ass, and I can tell you right now that is not sharp at all. And what do we got here? This is our rape whistle. Shh, shh. Yeah. It's a shitty whistle. And a fire starter, magnesium rod. I think, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can use any parts of these to strike it. Let's use the blade since it's dull anyways. Yep, it works. Burning my mat again. So there's our parts. We got a shovel head, a shovel pick head, fire starter, and your extension pieces, and your end piece handle, rape whistle, and whatever in the world this thing is. Kind of a knife, kind of a saw, does neither. Now this piece is this is embedded into plastic, so I don't know how durable that's going to be, but we'll test it out. Let's get this thing together. So this is the butt cap, and we're going to whack this into some wood and see what happens. Let's see, this thread's in here. Nope, this thread's in here. So it's threaded in all different kinds of places. That goes in there. And this goes in here. Oh, this goes in here. Interesting. You know, I imagine this would be good for like an ATV or something like that, where you don't need nothing super serious, or if you're just like camping or something like that, or got to go dig a doo-doo hole or something. I'd rather just lean on a rock. But if you were into digging a doo-doo hole, because you're one of those people who likes to poop in holes, I guess it'd be nice to have a little shovel with you. Now, this thing is not the easiest to put together. Interesting. So, let's see here. This is like literally my first impressions of this, so I have not messed with this at all. Let's see here. Get that tight. It's kind of like one of those military shovels that you tighten down the head. So there you go. You got a shovel. I'm not gonna be able to get that all in frame. It's actually got some decent length to it. Let's find my tape measure. See what we got overall. So overall, when this thing's put together, it's 30.5 inches. So that's some decent leverage. The shovel head itself is 4¼ by, I don't even know, 5.5. It is partially sharpened, but not really. I mean, even if this was sharpened, as soon as you dug with it and hit a rock or just gritty dirt, it's gonna kill that edge. So I imagine this kind of be just kind of like for light brush clearing or something if you had to. I don't know how hitting this sideways is gonna be, but the good thing is if you're using it this way to hit, since the threads want to tighten up like this, if you're hitting like that, it's gonna want to tighten it instead of loosening it. To whereas like if you were using the saw right here, if you were to hit this way, it's gonna want to loosen this up. Yeah, you hit it and it loosens. Instead of if you hit it over here, it's tightening. So that's kind of cool. I mean, I don't know if that was attention to detail, an accident, or on purpose, but it works. And so you can also too, this thing is gonna be a problem with this guy right here. Once you get it tightened up and use it, you are not getting this damn thing apart unless you have tools. Holy crap. I just did that hand tight. Let's get some tools. Here, there we go. Wow, that tightened up a lot. Oh shit, that's still tight. And you're gonna need, oh man, let me get some more tools. You are gonna need tools to take apart your tool. Now, imagine this is like an emergency shovel, so you're not gonna want to, it's not like you just take it out every day. But I just think if you were out doing something, this thing, once you put it together, you are not taking it apart unless you have more tools to get it back in this bag. You're gonna have to get it home to take this thing apart. I can just tell you that right now. So yeah, you got a shovel. You can do it small. You can put any piece you want in here. You can do one piece. You can do 2 pieces. However long you need it. I imagine for like digging out sand or something, this would be pretty decent, but let's check this out. So you got, just like a military shovel, you got your pick and your shovel head, and then you can just use either or, which is kind of standard. I want to go hit something with this. I want to see how it feels. I want to see if it loosens up. So let's go hit something with it real quick. All right, we only got one extension in the middle. Let's just dig. Yeah, I mean, it'll dig a hole. Well, it'll dig, so let's just stab it into the stump of truth and just see what happens. Let's just whack it a couple times. You know, it hits solid, gets stuck, whoop, hits the camera. Let's try the pick. Yeah, the pick's a little bit flimsy. Let's see if I can get this out. Yeah, it gets stuck. I imagine it'd be good for clearing rocks and stuff like that. Scraping around, it'll do its job. But it's not going to be like a real prying pick because I don't think it's really going to stick up to any kind of prying at all. Very little, actually. Let's see here. You know, it's doing a little bit better than I would expect. Okay, there we go. And it bent a little bit, not very much, but okay, that works. So it works as a pick, works as a shovel. Let's see how it works as a chopper. Now, it is not sharp at all, so we'll see how that goes. Chop time. Yeah. I mean, if you had to chop some branches or some shit, probably not very big around, yeah, it would work. Even being super dull, it'll still, it'll cut some branches down, and there's no weird vibrations. It's not loosening up. Yeah, you know, okay, now it loosened up. Tighten it up again. So it doesn't loosen on the whack, it loosens on, uh-oh, we got bentage. So, not a super hard whacker. Let's whack it back. Back to truish. Let's try this saw real quick. It's gonna be worthless. It is gonna be worthless. Let's get something different. See if you want to chop something like this or cut it. See what it does. It's just gonna make a bunch of noise. It was going through the bark, but stopped as soon as I got to the actual wood. Let's try some of the implements. All right, so we just got the little knife piece stuck in here with the saw, and let's try this saw. That's just in part of the handle. Let's see how it works. Let's see if we can actually saw anything. I mean, it's not doing great, but it's not doing nothing either, so it wants to bind. So you can make like a little notch or something like that. I mean, it cut, but very, very poorly. About carving. Yeah, it carves a little bit. You don't buy this thing for the knife. It's actually carving a little better than I thought it would. It's pretty damn dull. And if you want to make some chips for the fire, you're not making a feather stick, but you can make some chips that are gonna fly everywhere. And then use your ferro rod to try to start a fire. Ooh. Well, you're gonna need better tinder than that, but I mean, technically it works, so should be better at fire making than me. All right, so what's my final opinion on this thing? As a little shovel to dig you out if you were in a like ATV or in the snow or Jeep, or just to keep in your truck, because it comes in a real small package, very easy to stick somewhere. You know, I'd say it's decent. You're not going to be building your shelters, or I mean, it might help build a shelter, but I mean, it's not a full-on survival tool. There's better ones, but I don't know. It's held up. You know, it bent a little bit, but I mean, you don't have to put, when chopping, you don't need it to be 2 feet long like I had it. That was probably my fault. If you just did this, even like this, chopping, you're probably not going to bend anything. Unless you're trying to like chop down a tree or something like that. But let's just say you put the next handle in it. That's a lot of chopping right there. So, you know, for the price, I think they're 30 bucks on Amazon. If you need a little survival shovel that's not super heavy and doesn't take up much room, throw in your bag or something like that, take camping as like a secondary, like last ditch tool or something like that, you know, it's not that bad. It's really not. I actually had worse expectations for this, but it did all right. We'll probably do a real hard use, like a abuse test on it, test it to failure. But as of right now, not bad. Not bad for 30 bucks. Anyways, thanks for watching.